elevator gears, generally with the rear end of the westbound. Yeah, a guy just showed up over here offering to hang out, and may or may not take advantage.
I just don't feel like walking down all the way to wherever his camp is that we don't know.
Authentic hobo. Right here.
Oh, I try to abide.
Old man.
Old man or too slim. The hobos call me too slim. Okay, the dirty kids call me old man. The real riders are out here right now.
I know.
Okay?
This is
the best month.
I know, and I'm serious. I used to work for SP back in the 80s.
Okay.
But I used to change diesel tires and rebuild trailers. Filmers had felony warrants. So I said, and I stayed for the cop. I did the old, hey, what are you doing? Hey, how you doing? And yeah, I took one for the team, you know.
Nice.
And everybody got away except for me, but that was all right.
That's cool.
And
So,
all I got after that was love, you know. I hitchhiked, guy gives me $100 that picks me up, and all I did was get love the whole way out. Two guys had felony warrants, and we were talking, who's got warrants here? And two of them go, well, we got felony warrants, and it's like, they're going to jail.
yeah.
You know, and I'm clean. I'll take a ticket. You know,
It'll work like that too. They have to, like you said, you have to have about 9 cops in order to catch everybody.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, they had
Just one
2.
guy.
I've been riding solid for a year, guys. Okay, I lost my place where I was staying in California. A friend of mine died from cancer. I never even knew he had a daughter. And all of a sudden, she got power of attorney and kicked me to the curb. I was riding to some friends in Roseville and happened to go under the bridge. Met a couple riders and they said, hey, come with us. And I said, okay. And I haven't stopped since.
nice. You're here working for a bit. Are you riding out?
As soon as my friend from New York gets here. Yep.
Nice.
And then you're talking about maybe next summer.
Yeah, having
there's
a
gonna
gathering.
be a gathering out here. Would that
Yeah.
be like July, September? Summer?
Probably July.
July. Okay.
July.
That sounds like a blast.
Yeah, I mean,
Seriously.
Out here would be a lot of fun.
Just getting beer is the issue.
Yeah.
One store in town.
you have to bring it in. Yeah.
yeah, the liquor store is 3 miles that way or 3 miles that way, but there's supposedly a liquor store uptown somewhere.
Well, folks, greetings from Ogden, Utah, January 7th. This is one of the more historic railroad points in the country because it's where the Union Pacific, I think the Western Pacific, met to connect the east and west portions of the country, the Transcontinental Railroad. It's also historic because Stobe Attack and Wingman stopped here on January 7th and had a fire next to the tracks. Basically in Utah, liquor, beer, all that's hard to find. Whatever. This is about it. So next plan, we're gonna show a little bit with Ogden, take the camera into town, and then next is gonna be Salt Lake City, which is about 30 miles south of here, on our way to Las Vegas. Truck is just pulled up in the woods. Let's see what happens. What is the deal? We're trying to be by ourselves. There's a lot of weird dudes in Ogden, if you haven't noticed. I'm hoping he's just cutting wood. Guy with the chainsaw right there. The gloom of midwinter. The original depot here, Ogden. This guy hasn't probably been turned on since before I was born. Aboard! 4 different railroads, I guess just 3 here, that used to run, now just merged into Union Pacific. Well, greetings from Utah, and one of the things you'll notice when you arrive in Utah via freight train or any other means for that matter is that some of the architecture definitely is pretty impressive. Right here we have this Mormon palace or cathedral here in Ogden, Utah, and I mean you do not find this. I don't know anything about architecture, but this look here, I mean, this is truly magnificent. It's not going to be found in Colorado or Nebraska. That's it for that. Yeah, another interesting thing you'll notice about the building here is a conspicuous lack of liquor store style architecture. So despite only having one liquor store in Ogden, I've got to point out that it's, of all the places we've been with trains, I think it's the most convenient. Right here, you've got trains stopping going east and west. Right here. Amazing. This is probably the first place I've seen where you could jump off a train, grab beer, and get back on the same train in safety. It's like a 5-minute total process.
Breaking camp here in the morning.
Well, just because it's 5:50 and it's fast, we're gonna get this commuter train down to Salt Lake. Anyway, this is Salt Lake. First impression is, well, I've been here a bunch of times, but on this trip, I've never seen more air pollution anywhere in the United States than here. I mean, look over, there's mountains there. I don't know if you can even see them with that camera, you know. We're gonna be here a day. We found a crappy hotel that costs more than the other place, the Econo Lodge. And next, final leg of the trip is gonna be Vegas. Before that though, we're gonna do some of the requisite tourist stuff around here, namely Temple Square, where the basic ultra awesome Mormon architecture exists. So right here in Salt Lake City is actually the ground zero center of command globally for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You can only guess what kind of high-level plans are being concocted by high-level commanders in this room overlooking the square. Another interesting architectural feat of the Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. Interestingly enough, with a very similar herald to that of Union Pacific, who we've been traveling on for the last 5 days. This monstrous conference center definitely supersedes any best efforts of probably almost every other denomination. Greetings here from the temple at Salt Lake City, Utah. Definitely an interesting spot in all regards. Most interesting is this building here, and then behind us we've got this, I don't know what it's called, but it's the huge amphitheater where the Tabernacle Choir does a weekly Sunday morning broadcast live from here. And definitely the grounds as well. A lot of people walking around, a lot of business going on for the church. Surprising amount of hot girls have been coming up and talking to us, but so far they've all just been missionaries, so I'm not sure what to make of that. Right here, this is the very top of the office facility. To me, I'm pretty sure I would say the tallest building in Utah, definitely dwarfing all these other guys down here, and the view is just ghastly as a result of this air pollution. Out here to the northwest, you got the train yard, and there's like refineries and everything, so kind of disappointing because you'd be able to see the Salt Lake easily if it wasn't for this like LA style smog problem they've got going on here. A rehearsal of the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. This large tabernacle building has often been mistaken for a medieval times.
Okay, so we are about to depart Salt Lake City. We got a nice, beautiful, clear day here today. For this next segment of our trip, we'll be featuring a couple of fine products, one of which is a Caravella. It's a limoncello. It's a 28% fifth. And we also have, to complement that, 100 proof peppermint schnapps, which of course is 100 proof.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the schnapps it's cold, and we're gonna need some major warmth for the rest of the trip down to Vegas. Fortunately, Vegas you can drink on the strip, so if we're not done with these, shouldn't be any problem walking into town. No. Right, I mean, the first gig against Salt Lake, I've got to say, is this pollution. It's not fog. This is air pollution. It's disgusting. Now we got a stack train pulling in here. Is this our train? There's a smell of like, whatever it is. There's like 3 refineries around here. This is a UPS train, and I'm not seeing evidence that this is gonna stop. Swift intermodal. We're out here in the darkest hours of the night trying to find a ride on this train. There's an open boxcar?
Let's get it.
Open boxcar?
Open boxcar, let's do it. What do you think? What do you think,
Oh,
folks?
of course.
Open boxcar? Is that the hobo, you know,
That's game over.
that's
Let's
like
get it. Again, I believe here's Salt Lake City. That's the downtown. About 3 miles down there. Maybe you can see. Can't tell if the tabernacle and all that crap's down there. But now, darkest hours of the night, we got an open boxcar. Golden West service boxcar. Totally open. We're getting on, going to sleep, and I'm really hoping this is going to wake up far south of here towards Las Vegas. There's Wingman getting on. Oh!
Where is it?
Out in there. We got a problem here, folks. We got a problem. The limoncello, where is it?
After a pleasant ride in a boxcar through the night, we are now arrived at Milford, Utah.
Well, this is Milford. It's pretty deserted, honestly. I think it's a population of about 1,400 down here in southwest Utah. All evidence shows that the town only exists for the railroad, because just about everything is in a state of pretty serious disrepair. Downtown right here in the depot. What's going on out here waiting? Basically, this is the third train going the other direction. We need one going that way towards Las Vegas. I like this scenery out here. You got these snowy peaks. This is far southern Utah, but we're still 5,000 feet. And here we are. Going in. Stack attack. Freezing out here. This close to Las Vegas, but the reality is that we are frozen. There's ice on this river here still. To roll in. Nice break in temperature here. And now we are at the very east end of downtown. So we're, solid 2-mile walk probably from the strip, which is pretty reasonable, I'd say. The very front end of the train is past downtown. Right now we are very east edge of downtown. So it's quite a walk, but not too bad. Probably 3 miles to the other end of the strip where the Luxor, big pyramid style casinos. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to sound terribly braggadocious here, but there's definitely less badass ways to roll in the Vegas here. Golden nugget, finally a hole in the fence. So here at the live location of another extremely interesting, exciting reality show, Ponsta's. This is the shop. This is it. John looks thoughtful as he examines some of these statues here.
It's a nice Picasso piece.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, we saved so much money on transportation costs getting down here. We had enough for the win of all the places to stay. If you'd like to find out more about Vegas, more about Nevada, I don't know what to tell you. Get your ass on a train and get down here.